What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Foley's Foreshadowing. I'm your host, Connor Foley, because I'm the only one on this channel, because I'm the only one who runs this channel, so yeah, it's always me. Real talk though, before we get into the movie news and movie rumors, I want to give you guys a big thank you for watching the first ever episode I did of Foley's Foreshadowing, where I talked about some movie news. You guys really enjoyed that. You guys seem to be getting behind that. Really happy to see you guys are embracing these changes that I have going on. So thank you for that. But with that being said, some more big movie news has dropped. So, as always, let's delve into the deets. What was probably the biggest piece of movie news we got released this week was the first ever picture of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. Although it's not necessarily as the Joker, it's as the character Arthur Fleck, who is supposed to turn into the Joker. For those of you who don't really know what this Joker movie is supposed to be, it's meant to be an origin story about how this man, Arthur Fleck, became the mass murdering clown that is the Joker in DC Comics. The DC Universe, oddly enough, decided not to use Jared Leto as the star to play this character, as Jared Leto played the Joker in Suicide Squad. The reasoning behind that is DC has decided that this movie will stray away from the DC Extended Universe, at least the movies that focus on the Justice League. This will be a DC movie that's just going to stray away from all that entirely, and what are my thoughts, essentially, on Joaquin Phoenix in this picture? I will say, in this picture, I do buy this guy as someone who could become the mass murderer that is the Joker. I mean, seriously, look at this guy. He looks like a pedophile that would drive an ice cream truck to kidnap your kids. Or one of those creepy high school teachers that goes up to his female students and is like, hey, you want some extra credit? Or a lawyer who goes out of their way to defend the latter of those two to prevent them from going to prison. Point is, what I like seeing in this photo is he looks like someone who is damaged. He looks like someone who's got some demons inside him. He looks like someone who's on the cusp of breaking. But that's what I can't wait to see what this movie does. Does it start out with Joaquin Phoenix as essentially a very normal dude, and just there, little by little, there are things that happen that just slowly begin to break him until the point where he just shatters entirely? Or is he someone who is always dealing with mental problems and it just reaches a point where it just finally takes him over? Joaquin Phoenix is a great actor. I can't wait to see his take on the Joker, or essentially what turns into the Joker. Hopefully they play the cards right and we get the Joker origin story that we deserve and really need right now. Switching over to Star Wars rumors, it appears Andy Serkis just might be returning to Episode 9 as Snoke. Andy Serkis was supposed to show up at a convention. Ultimately, it didn't work out, which now has fans thinking that he was away because he had to start filming and preparation for Star Wars Episode 9. Now, spoiler alert for anyone who did not see The Last Jedi, one of the biggest plot twists in that movie was Kylo Ren killing Snoke and taking over as Supreme Leader. I loved what that brought to the story. However, there were a lot of fans out there who hated that Snoke was killed off that quickly and wanted to see him be more a part of the trilogy, wanted to see what else he could bring, and they were all very disappointed to see that it looked like that was not going to be the case. Well, good news, all you Last Jedi haters, you get to potentially take your tampons out, because it looks like maybe, just maybe, Snoke's going to be back, and Andy Serkis will still be playing him. Now, as a die-hard Star Wars fan, I actually loved The Last Jedi. I thought it was a great movie. I loved what it brought to the Star Wars saga, and hearing that Snoke may potentially be part of Episode 9, I actually think that would be great for it. I don't necessarily think they will be bringing him back to life. I could see something similar of him being like a Force spirit, a Force ghost that's maybe talking to Kylo Ren, further manipulating him, further toying with him, maybe trying to teach him what he needs to do to be a Supreme Leader, to be a better Supreme Leader. I don't know. I have a lot of theories to the role Snoke could play. I think we could see some different elements of the Force with the next movie if Snoke's a part of it. I would love to see at least Snoke's essence back in Episode 9. Looks like there's a chance it may be happening. And apparently I can't get enough of Michael B. Jordan. Talked about him last week. Gonna talk a little bit about him again this week. He said that he would very much be open to making many, many more Creed sequels. We have Creed 2 coming out later on this year, and obviously people are wondering if it's going to turn into something similar to the Rocky franchise, like they make a bunch of different movies. And as far as it appears, Michael B. Jordan is on to do a bunch of these. Our response is simply, let's pump the brakes a little bit. We need to see what Creed 2 is like first. I absolutely loved Creed. I thought it was one of the best sports movies I've seen in a very long time. I think it's right up there with Rocky and the Rocky franchise. But I need to see Creed 2 first, see how it does as a sequel, before we can ultimately say there should be more movies. Granted, Michael B. Jordan, I'm sure, loves playing Adonis Creed. I'm sure it's one of the roles he's really enjoyed doing throughout his career, and I'm sure he would love to keep doing it. But before you can talk sequels, your movie has to do well review-wise and box office wise. Okay, that's actually not true. The movie just has to do well box office wise, which it's going to do because Hollywood really doesn't give that much of a fuck about reviews. It just wants to get paid. So there you go, Michael B. Jordan. Just persuade all your fans to go out there and see these Creed movies no matter what, and then they'll just keep getting made even if they end up sucking. I really hope these don't end up sucking because I really like that first Creed. I like what Creed 2 appears to be. Just please make this good. If you want to keep doing it, make it good, but don't just make these movies for the sake of making money, man. Come on. Don't do it. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to everybody. Don't make it go to a point where these Creed movies become such a cash grab that they're terrible and we want to get into the ring and try to knock you out. Grant, I know I wouldn't be able to kick your ass because I'm me, but I don't know, someone bigger and stronger than me who's a big fan of you who gets very disappointed in these, if they keep going along and turn to shit, they might. Just keep these things in mind. So that's all I gotta say this week for movie news. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. Do you think Snoke should be in episode 9? What are your thoughts to other movie news rumors out there? And also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.